Well, hello friends from Guanajuato, Mexico. It's first thing in the morning. The sun's just coming up. It's about 7:30. I'm going to take you on another hike. We're going to check out Cerro de la Bufa, which is that mountain peak straight ahead. Let's go see what we can discover. Okay, there's the goal. Once you get past the power station, it splits the road and just take the left. So this is actually my first time heading to Cerro de la Bufa, and surprisingly so far it's a pretty easy walking trail. In fact, you could drive a car this far. I'm not sure how far you could. Well, there's a view looking down onto Guanajuato, and if you look up there, that peak, that's Cerro de la Serena. So if you saw that video of hiking La Serena is actually the highest point in this area. But yeah, views are incredible here, and I'm probably only about halfway up to the summit. And there's the summit, getting closer. There are a lot of caves up here apparently. So up to the point where you get to these caves, you can actually drive a car this far. It's been a pretty easy uphill walk on a road to get to this point of the lookout, but from here it does turn into a difficult rock scramble because we have to get up to that summit right there. There's some more caves here. The trail splits off, but you'll see this little set of stairs, and then from here, this is probably going to be the only difficult part of the climb. Now it's going to be a rock scramble up to the top. So word of caution, it's very steep, a very sheer, steep cliff face. Trail veered off where the stairs was. I'm thinking the other trail is much easier, and I think it's just a longer route around to get to the top. Choose either one. I wouldn't come this route unless you're in pretty good physical shape and you got some really good footwear on, because it's slippery, very, very steep, very hard. Okay, in hindsight, I think I would have went the other way. I think I would have went around the more gradual trail and then came down this one, because there was a couple of spots here I had to put the camera away and use hands and feet. It's really, really steep, and these rocks can be a little bit slippery. So just a word of caution, that's what I think. If I come back, I think that's the route I'll take. We're on the tail end, getting close to the summit. There's the summit, friends. What a view from up here. Well, friends, that last little bit was very difficult. It was very hard, but I'm thinking that other path that I showed you earlier could be easier, but the final ascent to the summit here is quite hard. But getting here overall was pretty easy. Once you get to those caves, there's the road down there. I think that's the cave. Yeah, those are the caves. So you can actually drive a car right to that point, and then it gets hard. this last little bit. So comparing this hike to La Serena, they're both beautiful. They're both a little different. This one follows a city view pretty much most of the way, and then when you get to the top here, you can see the mountain view on both sides. La Serena, which is just right across the valley, is basically, it's more secluded, it's out in the country, and you have a mountain vista pretty much the whole way until you get to the summit, and then you can see the city. So they're kind of opposite. They're both beautiful. I can see why this one is probably the more popular of the two. Serena is definitely less busy. There's less people there. So if you're in Guanajuato, both of these hikes are 100% absolutely to put on your list of things to do, because they are both stunning. Every direction you look, the view is just breathtaking. Well, friends, I'm going to head back down the mountain. But you know what this reminds me of? In the scriptures, it tells us that the devil took the Lord Jesus Christ up to a very high mountain. And then he said, look down at all the kingdoms of the world and all the glories of them. And he said, if you would just bow down and worship me, all of that I would give to you. And do you see how he tried to package that to the Lord Jesus Christ? He tried to package it as being something glorious, to amass all the things of this world. And that's the exact same temptation that Satan is still using this very day to you and I. And there's a reason, friends, why he uses those specific temptations. None of that stuff goes with you into eternity. None of it. But it gets your mind so focused on building that and wanting that and lusting after that, that you don't put your mind on eternal things. All these things of the world are temporary. All of it. And it doesn't matter how much of that you gain. The cars and the money and the jobs and the prestige and the houses and the power and the popularity, it's all fleeting. It means nothing. None of that goes with you into eternity. You will stand before God on your day of judgment alone with nothing. You come into this world naked, you're going out naked. And if your whole time here on earth is focused on these earthly things, you're not going to be ready for that day of judgment, friends. And that's why he does that. That's why he tempts you with all these things and tries to make them look glorious. Whatever the things of this world are, that's what you're trying to put your hope on. You're just going to be disappointed for the rest of your life, always looking for something to fulfill your heart, that emptiness that's there. These things will never fulfill that. Friends, I'll tell you, there's only one thing that can truly satisfy the human heart, and that's the one who made it. Have a blessed day, everyone.